Hey everybody, CR here. I wanted to make this video kind of giving a life update. I've been permeating on these thoughts ever since my dog had his accident, and I am recording this on my phone and computer just in case my phone runs out of storage. I don't know how long this is going to be, but I just want to talk about my life. It's not sad. I'm not asking for anything. This is just information if you want to know, because I want to let you know. Yeah, we'll start from the beginning. I was 16 when I was scouted as a model. I grew up in San Diego. I was plucked out of a crowd. I didn't put myself forward. My dad was in a rock band, but it had nothing to do with me being signed. I'm still with my agent from when I was 16. And from there, I modeled continuously until I was around 21. Around my 21st birthday, I casted for the Justin Bieber video and I booked it. And this was kind of interesting because I knew the casting director. He had asked me to come in, and I was the last audition that we had taped, and I asked him, how does the send-off ceremony work? How does the technology work? So he's like, oh, I'll show you. And he put my video at the top of the auditions and sent it. I was the first video they saw, and I was booked off of that. The team obviously liked me a lot. I ended up being a journals girl, and that completely opened up my world and everyone's vision of me. After that, I kind of blew up on the internet. I mean, before that even, I had minor internet celebrity engagement, pop culture relativity. I was on Tumblr. I dated this surfer named Luke, and I'm also drinking out of wine glasses because I don't have any clean cups right now. Then that really put me on. I decided I wanted to sing full time. I was always singing in the background. My dad put me in the studio for the first time when I was 16. I wrote a very Amy Winehouse, we always emulate the people we're inspired by. And then when I was 22, I signed to a label. They had me drop some of my first individual singles, i.e. September Rose, Pink Sand, some of your guys' favorites. And it was amazing. And me and the label, we butt heads, we clashed creatively. And they were like, okay, you're gonna be a band, you're gonna be the next No Doubt. And I was like, okay, I mean, I get it. I'm from San Diego, I have the attitude, all these things. And so we did it, and I had an amazing time. I love my bandmates. I put myself out there. I still connected all the dots everywhere I could. And then at a certain point, I was like, this doesn't feel authentic to me. I want to stop the band, and I also don't want to be with the label anymore. That took on a lot of time. COVID happens. I then start making music. Nothing's really everything's dying down. I'm waiting to get released from my project. And then I get a text message from one of my agents at Elite, and he says, hey, Yeezy wants to cast you, or they want to meet you. And so I'm like, oh, okay. So I go in to meet Yeezy, and this is after pushing the meeting back a couple days, or a couple weeks, because I thought I had COVID. And I go in to the casting, and it's just me and Ye, and he's sitting at a large, long table, and I sit with him, and he's like, hey, I saw this Instagram post, I really like your style, do you think you could work with me on Yeezy? And I was like, yeah, I guess I could work, consult, whatever. I was like, but I also make music. And he's like, oh, really? Show me. And I was like, okay. So I showed him Lonely Estate off my phone. And I was like, what are you working on? And then he showed me, I think it was Jail. And it was a work in progress. And then I went to Dominican Republic. I did a bunch of content stuff there with some of my favorite people. It was so magical. Come back. I saw a doctor. The doctor was like, you need to do this. It will help with with everything. It was a spiritual removal of something that was in my body. Did that. The next day, Ye calls me and he's like, hey, I want you to come back in. I want you to listen to the record. I'm like, okay. So I go and I listen to the record, and he looks at me and he's like, I want you to be here until the album's done. Boom, I'm there for 3 months. For 50 days. I counted every day. I got a writing credit on Hurricane. I was writing with him. I was in with all the artists, all the rappers you could imagine. I was the only female there. We went to Mexico, we went to San Francisco, we went to Atlanta. Life-changing experience. Obviously, all of you guys literally witnessed my artistic exchange for that experience, which was amazing. And then in the midst of that, I was released from my previous label, and I remember exactly where I was, and I can go into detail about that. And I'd also, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. So I was released, and I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna put out an album. And then Kanye helped me sculpt my album, and Influx was born. I did a deal with a distribution company to put it out, and I'm completely independent. I've never signed a publishing deal. I've never signed a label deal. I have a small team now, just so you guys all know where I'm at. I also work my ass off on side jobs because, I mean, the modeling and fashion industry has changed drastically, and that's okay. I'm happy to adapt. I'm really excited about my evolution. I'm also in my gymnastics uniform from high school. I just got it from my grandma's house. And Parks is doing great. He's at my grandma's house as well. He's gonna recover. And you guys, thank you so much for being on that journey with me. It was so tragic. I'll talk to you guys about that another time. But yeah, for people that just had questions or were curious about my journey, it's been up, down, go with the flow. I've evolved so many times and ways, and ego death and recognition of who I really am. And yeah, now I'm working on another project with my small team. They feel very strong. I've been independently funding everything. I did a jewelry collaboration, and that's basically it. I'm super excited for this next era. I want to tour. I want to drop another project. I want to be supported. I want to connect. I want to make insane music. I want to push the artistic boundaries and levels always. I want to be creative. I want to stay open-minded. And that's kind of it. I don't judge people. I have an opinion a lot of the time. I just wanted to share that. And I have my previous album, Influx, which means an arrival of or entry of large number of people or things. So that's what Influx was. It was like everything, all parts of my personality put together, and it crosses all genres. My biggest influences were Travis Scott, James Blake, the Astro World, and Assume Form Records. I love Rosalia, and that's like the realm and direction I see myself going, if you guys were curious. And yeah, I just want to be the best version of myself and align with the things that are meant for me. And that's it. I'll probably do another one of these. Collect Influx. I feel like it'll be really important one day.